You are performing, right now, in this moment. Even when no one is watching, even when you're alone, you are editing yourself, filtering your thoughts, managing how you might be perceived, calculating what version of yourself is safest to show. And the exhausting part? You don't even realize you're doing it anymore. It has become so automatic, so deeply wired into how you move through the world, that you can't remember the last time you just were. Why do you care so much what others think? And more importantly, when did caring what others think become more important than knowing what you actually think? He was good at his job, respected, reliable, the kind of person people praised in meetings and asked for advice. But if you watched him closely, really closely, you'd notice something strange. He never disagreed. Not once. Not even when he should have. Not even when staying silent went against what he knew was right. He would sit in meetings, hear a bad idea presented with confidence, and feel his entire body tense with the need to speak. But he didn't. Because speaking meant risk. Risk of being wrong. Risk of being judged, risk of someone in the room thinking less of him. And the cost of that risk, even the imagined cost, felt bigger than the cost of staying silent. So he stayed silent, meeting after meeting, year after year, until one day he realized something that made his chest feel hollow. He had spent so much time managing how other people saw him that he had no idea who he actually was when no one was looking. The person everyone respected wasn't him. It was a performance he had perfected, and he had become so good at it that he couldn't turn it off anymore. Here's what psychology actually tells us about why you care so much what others think, and it has nothing to do with weakness. Your brain is wired for social survival, not individual survival, social survival. For most of human history, being rejected by your group meant death. You couldn't hunt alone. You couldn't defend yourself alone. You couldn't survive a winter alone. If the tribe rejected you, if they decided you didn't belong, you died. And so your brain evolved to be hypersensitive to social threat, to the possibility of rejection, to any signal that you might be losing status, losing approval, losing your place in the group. This is called the social monitoring system, and it is running constantly, scanning every interaction for signs of judgment, every facial expression for signs of disapproval, every silence for signs of rejection. Your brain is not trying to torture you, it is trying to keep you alive, but it's using a 200,000-year-old alarm system in a world that no longer works that way. Because here's the truth, in the modern world, other people's opinions of you do not determine your survival. You will not die if someone thinks you're awkward. You will not starve if someone disagrees with you. You will not be exiled if you say the wrong thing at dinner. But your brain doesn't know that. It still treats social rejection like a physical threat, and so you spend your entire life trying to avoid a danger that doesn't actually exist. You know this feeling, that moment when you're about to say something true, something that actually matters to you, and you feel your throat tighten, your chest constrict, your mind suddenly offering you 10 reasons why you should stay quiet instead. They won't understand. They'll think you're strange. They'll judge you. It's not worth the conflict. And so you swallow it. You edit yourself in real time. You choose the safer, more acceptable version of the thought. And you tell yourself it doesn't matter. But it does matter. Because every time you do this, every time you choose what they might think over what you actually know, you are training yourself to disappear. You are teaching yourself that your internal experience is less important than their external perception, and over time, that becomes your default. You stop knowing what you think because you've spent so long asking what they might think that your own voice has gone quiet. And here's the cruelest part. The people whose opinions you're managing most carefully, they are not your people. Your people, the ones who actually matter,
will not require you to perform. They will not reward you for disappearing. They will see you, the real, unfiltered, unedited version of you, and they will not flinch. And that recognition, that ease, that lack of effort required to be accepted, that is how you know you've found them. The ones you're performing for, they are not rejecting the real you. They're rejecting a version of you that doesn't even exist to begin with, because you never showed it to them. You showed them the performance, and now you're exhausted from maintaining a version of yourself that was never real to begin with. Most people will spend their entire lives performing, editing themselves in real time, filtering their thoughts before they reach their mouths, managing how they're perceived more carefully than they manage how they actually feel. And they will call this maturity. They will call it getting along. They will call it not making waves. But it's not any of those things. It's fear. Fear dressed up as virtue. Fear disguised as maturity. Fear that has been so normalized, you don't even see it anymore. The ones who stop performing don't stop caring about others. They just stop betraying themselves to earn approval that was never real to begin with. They stop trading their integrity for acceptance. They stop editing themselves into someone they can't recognize. And they discover something most people never learn. Being disliked for who you actually are is less painful than being loved for who you're pretending to be. So ask yourself right now, honestly, when was the last time you said what you actually thought? Not the filtered version, not the version that wouldn't offend anyone, the real thought, the one that actually mattered, the one that might have caused discomfort. When was the last time you chose your truth over their comfort? And if you can't remember, that's your answer. You care too much what they think because you've forgotten what you think. And the only way back is to start choosing you. Most people won't.